Hey, welcome back to another video. Today is Thursday and Thursday is my video editing day. So I've been sat there busily editing this very video that you're watching and I realise I have no intro and I have no outro. So guess what this is? Yes, this, my darlings, is your intro. I hope you enjoy today's video. We're about to head out for dinner. We're going to go out to a lovely local tapas bar. But I've just had a little order come in, and this is a very exciting order because this is the first person that's ordered a second time. How cool is that? Thank you, Elaine. Elaine bought a journal, a mini pocket journal. I can't even remember, I didn't even look at the date, but recently I recognised her name. And she's also just ordered a feather bag charm. So, Elaine, thank you, darling. That's so exciting. That makes me so, so happy. Thank you. I eat weeds in black, and this is for Karen. Thank you, Karen. And we have new shipping bags, which is cool. We've got a little gusset at the bottom. I was expecting them to have gussets on the side too, which is kind of a bit weird that they don't. But it's much thicker paper. Like, I would be happy to send that internationally for sure. They're kind of a good fit, really. So Karen is in Devon, I think. Is Torrington in Devon? I need to go and Google that. Karen, apologies, my darling. I've got your coffee bag, but I am all out of the little leaflets. So if you Google Owens, if you like the coffee, give them a Google. I mean, they're not far from you. You could always pop down there and grab some. Ross is a good friend of mine, and he recently bought one of my initial key rings, the capital R for Ross, and he's just ordered a second time too, and he's got an Eat Weeds in black. Thank you, Ross, you're a diamond. You're a Sass. Thank you, Ross. Right, who's next? Michelle. And Michelle has ordered a pack of silver cable tidies. Now, luckily, I've just had a massive making session of these. So I've got a load more blanks ready to rumble. And there's the silver ones. Hope you love them, Michelle. And finally today we've got an order for Henry, and he also wants some silver cable tidies plus a silver leather feather keyring. Oh, Henry, you might have busted me. Oh no, we've got one left. Literally, that's the last one. Oh no, it's not, there's two. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Henry, I'm going to send you that one, because I think that's extra specially beautiful. I hope you love it. Let me know, is it for you or is it for a gift? Let me know down below. Henry, again, I'm sorry, you're just getting the coffee bag and no leaflet. I have got some on the way, but that's not going to do you any good for this parcel, I'm afraid. Cable tidies in. Nice, thank you everybody. Oh, I need to do one more. So if you remember on last week's video, the first ever person whose foraging bag I packed was a lovely lady named Jennifer. Turns out I sent her the wrong bag. She ordered the wild thing in black and I sent her the wild thing in natural. Oopsie. There we go. My mistake, Jennifer. I'm so sorry. But hey, you're getting another bag now, so there's that. Also, you get to see the new packaging bags and rate this against the last one that you got. What a muppet I am, huh? I'm not going to reorder these cards when these are gone. And these are really cute, all a little bit unnecessary really. But they made me smile, so hey, there's that. We are ready to go and buy some postage. Weird. Well, I've just finished up all those orders and I don't even know what made me look, but I've just looked on the old website, and I've got an order there that I didn't know about. I don't know where people are coming from. Like, I've updated all the links in my YouTube description, in all the videos where I've been making things out of leather. So I'm not entirely sure where they're coming from. I need to go in and have a little look at the analytics and find out where these people are coming from, because I need to change that link to the new shop. Anyway, I now need to pack a feather bag charm. So tomorrow's mission is to make a whole heap more of these. I've got one silver keyring left and I've got a blank that I haven't finished yet. Oh, and I've got one, which I can't do anything with that because that snap has discoloured. Don't know why. It looks like there's been something spilt on it, on that metal, to make it discolour like that. I'll see if Johnny can drill that out and then I'll put a fresh snap in there so that one can still be used. But anyway, we've got enough for this order. This is for another Jennifer. And this one's going to Woking in Surrey. Thank you for your order, Jennifer. I really appreciate it. Doesn't that look satisfying? How exciting. Thank you everybody for your orders. I hope you love your new gifts. And I'm sorry I've been hiding from the camera, but I really need to wash my hair, so I'm saving you from that. That is all. Good night. I'm sorry, I didn't think to get the camera before now. This is the new pantry larder cupboard that I bought recently. These are the doors. This is the floor. It's completely screwed. Like, I could put my finger through that. These were the legs that we've just had to saw off. So that one was okay. One of them, well, that was one of the legs, just completely crumbled. This is the bottom part here. So that was fixed on there like that. And this is just like a cracker. It's just completely rotten through. So we're now going to fix up the body. Like, this backing here is still rotten, but I think I can make that work, to be honest. We're not going to worry about that, but it does need nailing back down. A lot of the doors are kind of falling apart. God, what? I spent 90 quid on this, and as Johnny just said, they really saw you coming, didn't they? Yes, they did. It is a beautiful cabinet though, so I think it's worth kind of getting it into a usable state, and I want to be able to use this as my new packing station. So if you don't know, these like larder pantry cupboards, they have a fold down door where the housewives used to stand and make their pastry or their bread or whatever. So that's going to be where I pack parcels going forward. And it's going to be lovely, and I'd much rather bring something like this back to life rather than go to IKEA and buy something new. So we're going to hang in there. But Johnny's got a hangover and he's extra grumpy today, so make sure you're nice to him, okay? And in other news, for anyone that loves whole retro things, that was the wallpaper that was lining the shelves. I love it so much. Gotta be worth rescuing just because of the wallpaper. Okay, here's one of the cupboard doors, and Johnny's just showing me what to do because they're all kind of peeling apart. So he's wedged a load of glue behind there, and then he's used this like nail gun thing to just pop those little nails in, little pins in. So I'm going to do the same on this side. You can see that the ply is actually separating into 3 layers, so I need to try and smudge, technical term, as much glue as possible in between there and then nail them, apparently. I don't think it's supposed to do that. Right, now I guess I need to let them dry, and then very carefully they'll need sanding. Bearing in mind, if you do up old furniture, like, you need to be aware of lead paint, so I'll be doing that outside on a dry day with a mask on, with goggles on, the whole shebang. Safety first. Good evening. It is about 6 o'clock on Sunday night, and I could go and stick on my headphones and watch YouTube and do nothing for the evening, but I'm really tired, but I don't want to just go and sit there and kind of just veg out. So instead, I think I'm going to put headphones and a movie on, and I'm going to possibly cut out some leather feathers for the key rings and for the bag charms. I am desperately low on those, and I don't want to. I'm really tired, like I say, but I think I might get into it. Just realised how close that camera is to my face. Terribly sorry about that. It's been a nice weekend. We went out for breakfast yesterday. We've got a new fabulous breakfast place in town, which is making us both very happy. The Eggs Benedict is delicious. And the coffee is delicious. The cafe is actually owned by a coffee company, the same people that own a coffee company, and it's a really good coffee company. It's not actually the one that I use, but I do really like their coffee too. And then in the afternoon, I crossed over the border and went into Devon. And I went and bought all these secondhand pieces for the dog. So I got my crate. I got a huge crate in like brand new condition by this lovely couple that bought it for their Great Dane puppy when he was 5 months old. And he's now 7 months old and no longer fits in it. And it's huge. Their dog was stunning. And apparently he's got another year of growing to do. And he's a monster. He's a bear. Oh, he was so beautiful. So got the crate, 35 quid. I imagine it was over 100 new, so I did a good job there. Also, there's a lady in Ivybridge that's selling all this secondhand dog gear, like collars and leads and harnesses and coats and toys and bowls and stuff. I spent £51 there, and I got 2 collars, 3 or 4 leads, because I've got leads for different things. Who knew, honestly? I got a harness, which I'm hoping will fit him. I got one of those slow feeding bowls. It's got like, hang on. I imagine that a lot of dogs that have been in shelters wolf their food down. So it's got these things in, so it kind of takes them just another few seconds to eat their food. But like, that's brand new as well. That was a £5. My goodness, I got him a coat. Oh, I got all this stuff for 51 quid. Honestly, this was £3, that was £2. I did really well. So I think yesterday I probably saved 150 quid if I'd have gone and got all that stuff from a pet shop brand new. And you know what? Seriously, there's enough damn dog bowls in the world. I don't need to go and buy a brand new one. So that was such a fun day. Oh my God, it was so fun. Oh, and I also went to Tesco and I bought him loads of food. I don't know anything about his dietary requirements as yet. And initially he'll probably be on chicken and rice, I believe. He needs a really bland diet to start with, because he's going to be all stressed and traumatised from the journey, understandably. But I did buy a few different types of feed, so that just so I've got stuff to get started with, because for the first few weeks I'm going to stay home. Like, I'm going into lockdown again, and I'm just going to stay home, and I don't want to have to go out to the shop and get more food. So it's all stocked up. The only other thing I need is a bed that will fit inside his crate, and I think I've now done all my puppy dog shopping. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Also, I found out yesterday that a local friend who I knew through CrossFit a few years ago, she's got 2 Romanian dogs. So she was really excited for me. And she said, if you want to meet up, or if you want to go for a walk, or if you've got any advice, anything at all, get in touch. So it's lovely hearing positive stories like that from people. It's very reassuring. She's also got young children, so having 2 dogs with unknown backgrounds, like, she's taking more of a risk than I am. So today I'm feeling good. Today I'm feeling really positive. Okay, that's them all cut out. Quite a few there. Enough to keep me going for a little while anyway. Good morning. Good morning, Grumpy Cat. So I had a good productive evening yesterday, last night. Oh, Sassy, stop. So these ones are all cut out. Oh, really? Don't you want a cuddle? Do I do? Yes, so these ones I got to the point that they're all cut. The edges are finished. I just need to go round and burnish them with the burnishing gum. So that's them. I've still got a pile here left to do. And then all I need to do is etch the lines and ink them and then make the holes and put the snaps in. Up until now, I've used like the snaps that open on these. I'm actually wondering whether I should use rivets that won't come undone. I don't really remember why I started using the snaps over rivets initially, but they could people could lose the leather part because it unsnaps, whereas if it was riveted, it ain't going to go anywhere. I need to have a little think about that. I kind of think that the rivet just makes more sense, but there must have been a reason that I was initially using snaps. Oh, hang on. I did buy some horrible rivets that I couldn't get to work. I wonder if that's why. I've got decent rivets now, so that's not a problem. Oh, Sassy, enough! I think she knows that dogs come in. I really do. Is that bonkers? That doesn't make any sense, does it? How would a cat know that? There's nothing in here that smells of dog yet, but she's definitely got really unsettled the last week or two. Talking of dogs, last night, every time I woke up throughout the night, I would go straight back to sleep. Every time I woke up, I was dreaming about dogs. Constantly. Like my brain is utterly obsessed with dogs now. It's so funny. Anywho, I'm going to sit here and get some work done. It's Monday morning. Shelley's in tomorrow. She's mostly got paperwork to do tomorrow. God love that girl. And we might have time for a little photo shoot. I'd like to get some lifestyle shots of the journals in use. So hopefully there'll be time to do that tomorrow. But yes, for today, I've got some admin stuff to catch up on. I've got some planning stuff to do for my friend that I was talking about marketing with. I need to get some answers back to her, and I want to get as many of these feathers finished and in the box as possible. So it sounds like quite a nice and jolly day to me. Although actually, do you know what? I might just take half an hour, maybe an hour, and just clean this room up because it's just, everything's in a mess. Like, I know I'm a creative soul, but once again, everything's a tip. In my defense, it's because this shelving unit has to go, but as soon as that goes out, I've got nowhere to store the stuff like these boxes that I want to keep in here until the new unit is finished. So I am kind of still in a state of limbo. This isn't limbo. This is just me being a messy tyke that I am. So let's do it! Well, I'm not sure that you'd actually notice a difference, but I feel a little bit better that this room is just a little bit tidier. There's still a pile of stuff on the sofa. This old camera bag I need to give to a friend. This stuff here, that stuff was all in the boxes that were going to charity. They might still go to charity, but I pulled those out because there's some actually really nice vintage KitchenAlia pieces there. That's my background if you're new here. I was a recipe developer for several years and a food photographer. And over those years, I've collected some stunning vintage KitchenAlia, and I am struggling just to let it go, apparently. I kind of feel if I could sell it, if I could sell it as a job lot, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. And I've also got all the stuff for the charity shop that's in my van because no charity shop would take it because of Christmas and everybody was having a clear out and stuff. So I've been driving around for the past 3 weeks with a van full of stuff. But there is a load of vintage stuff in there as well. And I'm actually thinking of taking the time just to pull that stuff out. And like I say, list it on eBay, possibly as a job lot, although that's quite a tiny niche market. But could I be bothered to like list it all individually? Let me show you the kind of stuff that's on this little pile. Like I say, in the van there's old enamel saucepans. There's some really, really lovely things. Oh, I'm such a sucker for this stuff. It hurts me to get rid of this, but I have no need for it. So there's a couple of lovely plates. This one's old, this one's a Habitat one, this isn't old. I've got loads of Cornishware, I've collected Cornishware for years, but I never use it. I don't need to keep stuff that I don't use. Apple Cora. You know, at some point I've used these in a photo, but once, maybe twice. Wow. I think that's a fish knife. An adorable little spoon. I imagine this is from the Middle East somewhere. I don't know. Gorgeous old whisk. Isn't that precious? Ah, this is the kind of stuff that I would get so excited about if I saw that in a charity shop. Some lovely old nutcrackers. Again, just beautiful in photos. And that's kind of my style of photography, is kind of a little bit grungy. So I would never polish all this silverware. I would keep it tarnished. Do you have a thing that you've collected over the years that you find it hard to get rid of? It's like, I don't need this stuff. I don't need to own it anymore. But there's a little piece of me that's crying inside that I'm losing it, that I'm getting rid of it. It's really weird. Like, what is all that about? I've got so much footage in this video. Like, there's just more and more and more of it. We're already at 23 minutes long. Oh my gosh. Anyway, with all of this footage that I'm seeing now, I thought it might be fun just to kind of talk you through how I make my feather key rings and my feather bag charms. It's exactly the same piece of leather at the end of the day. This came about because one of my customers at the shop down in town, she bought herself the feather keyring, which is the only one that I used to make, and then she proceeded to like use the keyring to kind of clip onto her bag, which was really awkward to be fair, but she wanted it as a bag charm. So after cutting the feathers out, I then edge them. This is an edge beveler, and that just kind of softens the edge. And then, as I said before, I use the burnishing gum and I rub that along the edge of the leather with this wooden burnisher. And then I get right down into those like crevices of the feather, and I like to burnish those up too. And now apparently we just need to appreciate how beautiful my sleeping cat is. So this is where we're at this stage, and normally I do the etching and the inking next, but for some reason on this day I did it all back to front. So here I'm adding in rivets and those swivel clips that we use to make it into a bag charm. And this is where I am playing with rivets over the snaps, and I much prefer this. The only thing holding me back is that on the websites it's got the largest snap in all of the photos. So if I do go over to the rivets, which I think is a much better option, it means I've got to change all of my photos. And at the moment, I don't know that I've got time to commit to doing that. Or maybe I should just do it. Anyway, so normally at this point, I then scratch in the vein that goes down the center of the feather and then all the smaller hairs of a feather. That's not the correct word. What on earth are they called? I'm not entirely sure I know. Anyway, I really enjoy doing this. I love it. It's so relaxing. And then once I've got the design of the feather down and like the little ridges etched into the leather, and then I use ink to finish them off. And I didn't used to do that. This is quite a new thing, using ink, but I really like how it looks. It adds a lot of depth and character to each feather. Yeah, I think it's really pretty. And that's what they both look like when they're finished. Let me know down below what you think. Good morning, lovelies. So this is how far I got last night. Let me turn the camera around and show you. So these ones here are all etched and inked, and they've got the holes punched in so I can pop the snaps on, and they're ready to go really. And I thought I might keep them in this stage just so that, because I offer different colour hardware on them, this way I can just really quickly make someone's order when they've ordered it. For example, silver, and that's the bronze colour, and that's the keyring in bronze. Also, I used the rivets for the first time yesterday and I love it. I actually prefer it with the rivets. So, funnily enough, I've just had an order from Jill. Thank you, Jill. She's ordered a bag charm. And I only offer the one colour of bag charm, but I thought that she would be my first with a rivet and not with a snap on it. Jill, I hope you like that. It doesn't say on the website that it's a snap that opens, and I just feel it's safer, like you're not going to lose the leather part of your bag charm, which basically is the bag charm. So, I mean, you could have that one, actually. And that's quite a gorgeous one. So I think I will wrap that one up for you now, Jill, and get that off to the post. So that's all for today, lovelies. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with me in the studio. I'm going to sign off here. So I shall wish you a very, very fruitful and tasty week ahead. And I'll catch up with you next Friday. Mwah!